Hello everyone. If you can't tell, we're doing something a little bit different today. I actually am about to sit down and film like a full YouTube video. Not like this isn't a YouTube video, whatever. I'm gonna do my makeup to get ready to film, and I figured I would do like a little chatty, like get ready with me type video, something a little bit different for my channel. But I thought it'd be fun, and I don't know, I like watching these kinds of videos, and maybe y'all like watching these kinds of videos, so let's get into it. Also, for the other Sailor Moon fans at home, this is a little Artemis headband that my best friend Margot got me forever ago, and I love it, and I wear it when I do my makeup. So today, I wanted to talk with you all about something that I think is really common for anyone with piercings or tattoos to experience, but especially if you are like on the internet in any degree. That is people leaving really terrible, awful hate comments. And as someone who is modified and pierced and tattooed and happens to exist on YouTube, I get a fair amount of comments like that are pretty nasty and not very nice. And I get comments like that on almost every video that I post. Someone says something nasty. But for just as many of those nasty comments that I get, I also get really awesome, nice comments from people who seem to have a general theme, which is they love my look and that I have all these piercings and tattoos and this colorful hair, and they really would like to look like this themselves, but they don't feel like they have the confidence to do so. And I actually personally think those two types of comments are completely directly related to each other, because those people see creators like myself get really mean, nasty comments, and it makes them not want to be their authentic selves and look the way that they want to look because they're afraid of getting comments like that. And that's fair, because comments like that are really mean and really hurtful, and for a lot of people can be really, really impactful and really harmful. But unfortunately, there's this saying in body modification, which is you buy the ticket and you ride the ride, and I think that saying is very true. When you choose to look like this, you are kind of signing up to deal with getting comments like that and having to deal with people saying things like that about your appearance. I wish that weren't the case, but it is. It's just the way it is. And when I first started getting piercings and tattoos, this was really hard for me to come to terms with. And there were definitely times that I got nasty comments from people and I went home and cried about it. Not even gonna lie. I was not always very secure in how I looked or very confident in looking this way, and nasty comments used to really, really, really affect me. But if there's one thing that I'm grateful to body piercing and body modification for, and I mean, I'm grateful to it for a lot of things, but one thing in particular is that it really made me grow a thick skin. Because if you look the way I look, people are gonna approach you all the time. On the street, at the grocery store, on the train. Public transportation used to be the worst. But people will approach you all the time and make comments on your appearance and feel entitled to do so. And they're not always going to be nice. And eventually you learn to brush those comments off, and you start to grow like a sense of confidence in yourself. And you realize that your self-worth and your beauty and your self-image does come from within. And that is, I know, like so cheesy to say, because I remember when I was younger and I was first getting modified and people would say that and I would be like, oh, whatever, beauty comes from within. Like, people are still mean to me, like this is still hard to deal with. And now I am older and I like to think a little bit wiser. And I realized that that really is the truth. Like, I got posted in a bunch of shaming groups earlier this year on Facebook. I actually did a whole blog post about it. I'll link it if you want to read it. And people were saying some nasty things to me. And I hopped in there and interacted with them and talked with them and chit-chatted with them, and I roasted myself. I came in there and I was like, eyebrows still loading. It's my favorite one. And I was just right there with them. And despite all the hurtful things that people were saying about me and about my appearance, I still woke up the next day and did my makeup and put on a cute outfit and went to work and felt beautiful. And that is because my sense of self-worth and my sense of self-confidence comes from within. And when I look in the mirror and I see myself with all of these piercings and all of these tattoos and this colored hair, I genuinely love what I see in the mirror, and no comment on the internet, no nasty words said to my face are ever going to change that is the relation that I have with myself in the mirror, that I have that relationship where I look in the mirror and I'm happy. And I think that's a lesson that literally everyone could benefit from learning, but especially people who want to be modified and have modifications or are interested in things like piercings and tattoos, which if you're here on my channel, I'm assuming to some degree you are. That is a lesson that I think is really important to learn. Because there are always going to be rude, judgmental people out there who are going to have mean things to say. And it doesn't matter what you do. You could be covered in tattoos and piercings with bright hair like me, or you could just be completely natural with natural hair, no makeup. Someone is still gonna have a nasty comment to make about your body or your skin or something about you. But if your relationship and your strength and confidence in yourself and your body comes from you and not from the opinions of others, then none of those comments are going to do anything. None of those comments are gonna shake you. I wish I had a shortcut that I could give to people at home, especially younger people, folks who are in high school, or like freshly out of high school, to help them find this type of confidence in themselves. But there's kind of not like a shortcut to it. You just gotta live your best life, and trying to talk and do eyeliner is hard. You just gotta live your best life and be true to yourself and build that relationship with yourself in the mirror where everything about how you look and your confidence and your beauty and your self-worth is between you and that mirror, and not anyone else's opinion about you or anyone else's thought about your body. And I think that is a core part of what makes body piercing so attractive and so empowering to so many people, is that it is a physical agency over your body that you have proof of when you look in the mirror. You go and you get a piercing, which is not necessarily something that modern day society says is like acceptable or typically beautiful. And it's a vulnerable, scary, sometimes painful experience. But every time you look in the mirror after that, you are like, damn, I did that. I did that scary, painful thing. And here is the reminder on my face, on my ear, on my body. And you look in the mirror and you took agency over your body. You did something to your body to mark it and make it yours because you wanted to, because you thought it was beautiful. And that's incredibly, incredibly powerful. I cannot even begin to tell you as a professional piercer how many people come to see me because they've gotten out of a controlling or abusive relationship or a bad situation in their life. And I have these moments all the time with clients where we will do a piercing and the piercing wasn't particularly painful, like it wasn't a bad piercing, but then they'll get up and look in the mirror and they just cry, like the tears just come. And sometimes they understand it and they're able to put it into words and they're like, this just means so much to me, and I like look in the mirror and this looks like me, like this is the face that I want to see when I look in the mirror, like this, I feel so myself. And sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're like, I don't know why I'm crying, like it didn't hurt that bad, I'm just so emotional right now. And to be able to see physical proof on your face, on your ears, on your body of your own agency, of your own ability to do what you want with your body is incredible. It's incredible. And I cherish those moments every single time I get to do one. And there are so many people out there who I've probably pierced who probably don't think I remember them. But if we shared a moment like that, I do. I remember you. I'm a sympathy crier, so half the time I end up crying right along with them because I can't help it. And I think that's a side of body piercing that a lot of people who don't have piercings or aren't interested in it or have never been around it really can't understand, and especially the type of people who leave those hate comments and those judgmental comments about piercing. And those are the type of people who are never going to know that type of happiness and that type of relationship with their body when they look in the mirror. And it's really funny because I say it all the time. I went to public school looking like this. I had more piercings when I graduated high school than I do right now. And I went to public high school and I was not cool. I was very annoying and obnoxious and weird and nobody liked me. And people were mean. But things have come full circle, and I have pierced some of those girls who were mean to me in high school later on in life. And they have always said that the whole time they wish that they had the confidence that I had and the self-agency to look the way I wanted to look. Not that I was confident in high school. Don't let that fool you. I was not. I did not like how I looked. I was not confident. But I still got the piercings I wanted to get and dressed the way I wanted to dress. And that was something that those girls could not relate to because they didn't do those things. They felt like they had to confine to society's norms and expectations of beauty and their bodies. And while I have a lot of negative things to say about the high school experience, one of the positives is that I did live my truth. And despite what a lot of people said and thought about piercings and colored hair and shaving half my head, I never let any of that stop me. And I did look the way I wanted to look. And even though I still dealt with insecurities, I still probably had a much healthier relationship with my body and the foundation of a much healthier relationship with my body as an adult, because I gave myself permission to look the way that I wanted to look, regardless of how other people treated me because of that. And quite frankly, I think we could all benefit from being a little bit kinder when it comes to people's bodies and people's appearance, even if it's not something that we personally like or would choose for ourselves. No one has to conform to anyone else's standard of beauty. And just because it's something that you think is beautiful doesn't mean that it's something that anyone else has to find beautiful. And in general, I think we as a whole would all be a lot happier if we just live and let other people enjoy what they found beautiful or what they wanted to look like. I changed my mind on lip color. Like, why can't we just let everyone be happy? Like, it does not affect other people how someone chooses to look or dress or wear their hair or have piercings or tattoos. It's really not doing anything to you. So for those of you at home who have ever struggled with not liking how you look in the mirror, and let's be real, that's literally all of us. I don't know anyone who hasn't struggled with liking how they look in the mirror. You are beautiful. You are handsome. How you look is perfect, and no one else's opinion but your own matters. So if you want to have rainbow colored hair and a million facial piercings and be covered in tattoos, you can do that. And if you don't want to do any of that and you just want to have natural hair and never wear makeup and no piercings, that's completely fine too. But what you shouldn't do is live your life according to the judgments or thoughts of others or your fear about the judgments of others. Because as someone who looks like this and exists in the public sphere and deals with the judgment of others all the time, I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt, it is hard at first, but very quickly you learn that other people's comments about your body say far more about them than they ever do about you. And as lame and miserable of a process as it was to go through, I do think I have a much healthier relationship with my body because of the thick skin I've grown from really terrible comments from others. I love you all so much, and this was so fun. I actually really enjoyed sitting down and filming this and doing this. Did we like this? Do we want more like chatty, get ready with me, hangout talks with Lynn about body image and body modification or other stuff? Let me know in the comments down below. Leave me some suggestions about what you want me to talk about if you like this video and you want to see me do more like this. And I'm gonna go film another really exciting video for y'all, and hopefully we hang out again soon. Bye. And that is people leaving really shitty, awful hate comments. Oh, I'm not supposed to curse on YouTube.